Hello and welcome to the only Ornn guide you will ever need to play him like an absolute main. First, let's start out with the ability rundown. Ornn's passive ability can be categorized in 3 different parts. First, he can buy any item from any point of the map if he has enough gold for it. At the same time, he gains bonus health, bonus magic resist and bonus armor from every source. Once Ornn hits level 7, he can apply marks to allies. He applies 5 at the same time and the ally can use 1 at a time to buy any item of his choice from any point of the map if he has enough gold for it. Be mindful however, because you only gain marks at level 7, 10 and 13. For his first ability, Ornn smashes into the ground and creates a fissure. It deals damage and slows down enemies, and after a delay it spawns a pillar that knocks back people hit by it. Additionally, this pillar remains and blocks enemies' movements. For his second ability, Ornn breathes out fire in a cone in front of him. He then marks enemies with brittle. Upon hitting the enemy with an auto attack, Ornn then consumes this mark to deal bonus maximum HP damage to an enemy champion. Not only this, also crowd control effects are extended and they deal bonus damage while consuming the mark as well. For his third ability, Ornn charges forward. If Ornn then hits an object like a wall or anything that blocks movement, for example his pillar from his first ability, he then knocks up every single target that is an enemy around said object. If the object was created by a player, for example a Jarvan ultimate or the pillar of Ornn himself, it's going to be destroyed as Ornn charges into it. For his ultimate ability, Ornn summons a lava elemental. This lava elemental is running from in front of Ornn towards Ornn and runs straight through enemy champions. While doing so, it applies a brittle to all of these enemy champions hit by it. And upon arriving at Ornn, he can then push back the lava elemental right back through the entire enemy team, consuming the brittle marks, knocking up the enemy champion and dealing bonus maximum HP damage to all of them. Looking at Ornn's abilities, he's an absolute machine when it comes to team fighting. Going for any objective or contesting close and narrow corridors is a nightmare against this champion. Any wall basically turns into your enemy, as if you get too close, he's just able to run into it, knock you up and his entire team will jump onto you and get you killed. In addition to that, Ornn enables other crowd control on your team, extending their duration. As a consequence, the enemy team will have to buy Mercury strats, and if they have to do so, AD carries can absolutely take over, and don't forget, we are in an AD carry meta. And for all the people interested, there's even a nemesis duel against Volibear. If you happen to win this battle, your third ability is getting enhanced. Once you collide with a wall or any object, you're then provided with a temporary shield and the enemies are slowed down after the knockup finishes. Now let's talk about items. For your first item, you want Sunfire Aegis. This item grants you the most damage possible, as you want to stay close to enemy champions, having full benefits of this item. As a first item, it provides you with everything you need: health, bonus damage, ability haste, and since you're even scaling with resistances and bonus health, this item becomes even stronger as the game goes on. If you are facing a Divine Sundraw user, you really need to have a Bramble Vest on your second item or even earlier. If that isn't the case, you can just go for Iceborne Gauntlet. This item provides you with ability haste, mana, and even more damage with the Spellblade passive. After this, you want a Thornmail, because teamfighting is now going to unleash. With Thornmail, you provide anti-healing, which then makes enemy AD carries less powerful. The same idea applies to your next item with Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart will grant you even more cooldown reduction, more mana, more armor, and more annoyances for enemy AD carries. After this, you want an item that will allow you to get some magic resistance and some bonus damage on your CC combos. Abyssal Mask is a great item as it provides you with everything you need: HP, magic resist, even more cooldown reduction, and everything you want from an item. Next to this, you even get more damage when the enemy is dealing magic damage to you, as you hit them with a lot of crowd control, which will then unleash the item's passive stacks right into their faces. For your boots, you want either plated steel caps into auto-attack heavy champions such as AD carries, or mercurial treads if you face a lot of crowd control. For your enchantment, you want teleport if you cannot join with your team as you have to deal with a side laner, or gargoyle for that additional shield to make your HP bar look even bigger. For your keystone, you want to have Grasp of the Undying. You will not trade outside of your cooldowns and will just enable you to get more sustain during your laning phase and a more burst-centric combo in terms of damage, adding to your normal combo. For your domination runes, you want either Triumph or Weakness. Triumph allows you to even gain more health through fights. Weakness, on the other hand, enables your team to deal even more damage as you apply tons of crowd control. For the resolve tree, you want either Second Wind or Perseverance. Second Wind is the most broken rune for melee champions, especially if you are a tank. Given that your HP bar is getting constantly inflated by HP heavy items, this rune will provide the most value out of all the other resolve runes possible. However, on the other hand, Perseverance allows you to gain even more magic resistance into mages that might, on the other hand, just kill you. However, 99.9% of the time, Second Wind is just way better, as Perseverance is more of a rune you want into specific matchups for other lanes. And last but not least, you want Demolish. With your big HP bar, you'll take down that tower in just one rotation, and then you'll be able to do whatever you want after. And now, we're gonna take a look at our gameplay.
You have slain an enemy.
Angle time.
Top turret is under attack. Enemy slain. Top turret is under attack. Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill. Enemy is unstoppable. First turret destroyed. An enemy.
Gods do not need followers.
Enemy slain. Double kill.
Fall out. The last time I
Rampage.
Things to see on. Be resistant.
Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Double kill. Unstoppable.
I will make it that.
Legendary.